Hi there. I'm Ruth and I never thought my story would be worth telling, but here we are. I was just a young woman from Moab when I married into Naomi's family. We were happy, until famine struck our land. Food became scarce, and people were desperate. I met Naomi's son, fell in love, and we got married. Life seemed perfect, but then tragedy struck. First, Naomi's husband died, and then both her sons, including my husband. We were all devastated. Naomi, broken-hearted, decided to return to her homeland, Bethlehem. She told me and my sister-in-law Orpah to go back to our families. Orpah left, but I couldn't leave Naomi alone. She needed someone. Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. The journey to Bethlehem was long and tiring, but we had each other. Arriving in Bethlehem was overwhelming. Everything was so different. We were poor, struggling to make ends meet. But I was determined to help. I started working in the fields, gathering leftover grain. It was hard work. That's where I met Boaz. He owned the field and was incredibly kind. He made sure I was safe and had enough to eat. I was touched by his generosity. When I told Naomi about Boaz, her eyes lit up. She had a plan.
Ruth, Boaz is our kinsman redeemer. He could marry you and provide for us.
Turns out Boaz was a relative, a kinsman redeemer who could marry me. Naomi's plan was risky. I had to approach Boaz at night on the threshing floor. I was nervous, but I trusted Naomi, so I did as she said. To my surprise, Boaz was impressed by my loyalty. He called me a woman of noble character.
May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge.
Boaz agreed to marry me, but first he had to settle things according to the law. The day Boaz and I got married was one of the happiest of my life. Soon after, we were blessed with a son. We named him Obed. Naomi was overjoyed. She finally had a grandson to love and care for. As Obed grew, I often thought about my journey, from loss to new beginnings. Years later, I learned something amazing about Obed. He would become the grandfather of King David, and from David's line, well, that's a story for another time. Looking back, I see how every step of my journey had a purpose. Even in the hardest times, when all seemed lost, God was working. And it reminded me that sometimes, the bravest thing we can do is to simply stay, to stand by those we love, even when the future is uncertain. So that's my story, a tale of loyalty and redemption, as they say. I hope it encourages you to be brave, to be kind, and to trust in God's plan. Because you never know, your small acts of loyalty might just change history. Thank you for listening. May your own story be filled with love and unexpected blessings.